Welcome back to Shirley SHRM, your go-to channel for comprehensive HR content. Today's episode is a bit different from what we've normally done, but I'm very excited for what we have in store today. I recently had a subscriber reach out to me letting me know they're looking to transition out of the HR space, looking to get into the marketing and communications field. This subscriber went to school for this, and she found herself working in HR because she had difficulty securing a job in the field after graduation. She saw an opportunity with HR, gained a few years of experience, and has been itching to get back into the communications space. She reached out looking for some ideas for an eye-catching resume that would allow her to best exemplify her abilities and experience for a few jobs she specified, and I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to share what I did for her and how I was able to help by incorporating graphic design principles and optimization to make each version of the resume stand out. Before we jump into today's video, I want to take a moment to thank all of you who have subscribed to the channel. I know about 20% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you haven't subscribed yet but want to receive notifications each time I post a new video, click the subscribe button and toggle the notification bell. If you're interested in getting resume insights, HR trends, and top tips sent directly to your inbox every week, be sure to subscribe to our newsletter. You can find the newsletter link in the description box down below, as well as in the pinned comment. Without any further ado, let's dive in. This was her original resume that she submitted to me. As we can see, it seems pretty standard. When you're applying for a job, your resume isn't just a list of what you've done. It's a marketing document that sells your skills for that specific role. You don't have to rewrite everything from scratch, but you should reframe your experiences using the job description's key terms and show what you can bring to the new position. Speaking of skills you can bring into a new position, let's take a second to hear about my friends at ExamEdge. ExamEdge specializes in realistic online practice tests with detailed feedback for every question. This means you're not just memorizing answers, you're actually mastering the material, which is key to acing your exam. One of their most popular categories is human resources, offering bundles of 1, 5, 10, or even 15 practice tests for certifications like the SHRM CP and PHR. Personally, I choose the 10 or 15 test bundle. You get more questions for a better rate and even bonus freebies. What sets them apart for me is the unlimited access to unique questions. With over 1,300 for the SHRM CP alone, you'll be well prepared and confident for exam day. Ready to take your prep to the next level? Visit the links in the description box below depending on which test you're studying for, and use the code SHIRLEY10 at checkout. That is SHIRLEY10 at checkout to save 10% on your order. By using my links, you'll not only save money, but also support this channel. Let me know in the comments if you've tried ExamEdge or have any questions. Happy studying! The first role she submitted to me is a user experience content designer role at Publix. Publix is looking for someone who can write digital content, manage content strategy, and create a seamless user experience on their SharePoint intranet. Let's highlight the most relevant parts of our base resume. First, we make sure the top of the resume immediately signals relevance. This might means adjusting the job title under your name to match the position, tweaking the summary section, if applicable, and possibly highlighting key skills. This step is especially important for someone who is looking to transition into a new industry or field. All of the resumes we will be looking at today let the reader know this candidate is bilingual, and it positions this candidate in a slightly different light with each resume, depending on the role. I did include what sector each experience is in just to give us a bit of insight on the breadth of her experience. I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing this for each resume you're going to submit, but I think a brief summary about what that company does could be helpful if recruiters or hiring managers aren't familiar with your current company or their clientele. If you're planning on using this method, I would recommend using a short snippet that fits just between the name of the company and the dates of employment. Oftentimes, I can find this on Google if I search for the name of the company. Now, let's break down the role-specific changes. The HR role at XYZ Company involved managing and distributing job postings, which aligns with content publishing responsibilities. The graduate assistant role included writing email campaigns and social media marketing, which translates well into writing for digital platforms. The talent acquisition role the subscriber is currently working in requires guiding candidates through the hiring process, similar to guiding users through an online experience. The fonts on this resume are clean and easy to read. Rather than listing a section for digital content and user experience skills and listing things like SharePoint, content strategy, and user research, we are trying to demonstrate how we use these things throughout our use of the bullet points. While some may think this resume looks unprofessional, we have to remember the role we are applying for. This is more of a creative role, designing and writing for the company intranet. As a result, I feel this resume is tastefully designed, mimicking the look of a potential internal employee newsletter through remaining on-brand through Public's colors and branding. However, leave a comment down below sharing what you think about this resume and if you'd submit it for a job like this one. The next role she submitted is a brand communications specialist position at Pods. For this role, Pods wants someone skilled in social media strategy, influencer partnerships, and brand storytelling. Let's pivot our HR resume into a marketing communications one. The graduate assistant role involved creating social media campaigns for student recruitment, perfect for showcasing marketing expertise. Her current talent acquisition role includes employer branding, a key element of brand communication. The design of the resume is consistent with Pod's branding, as the design this one mimics the portable on-demand storage units Pods is so well known for. If we wanted to reframe some of our bullet points, we could change increased applications across 15 graduate business programs by 66% to developed and executed multi-platform social media campaigns, increasing audience engagement by 66%. We could edit the sourced, screened, and hired 36 interns bullet in the section for her current position into something like managed influencer partnerships and user-generated content to drive brand awareness. And finally, we could take the bullet from her time at XYZ Company that discusses reimagining the Latin American internship program into something like revamped social media strategy to align with regional market trends. While this subscriber is primarily focusing on roles outside of HR and recruitment, she is also open to corporate recruiter and HR positions. One of the companies she is interested in is Checkers and Rallies, since their headquarters is local to her. This role focuses on high-volume recruiting and community outreach. The base resume already has strong recruiting experience, but we could refine it to emphasize efficiency and sourcing strategies. The experience from her current role directly translates, but we could highlight speed and volume more, especially since this is a high-volume position. Maintaining an average of 30 days to fill positions and having that decrease from over 50 days is great, and if we wanted to, we could change that to something like managed a high-volume recruiting pipeline, reducing time to fill by 45%. she could change her bullet where she discusses identifying, attracting, and hiring quality candidates into something like develop sourcing strategies, leveraging LinkedIn, job boards, and university partnerships. Finally, she could tweak her screened, interviewed, and assessed applicants bullet into something like led full cycle recruitment for corporate and field roles, ensuring strong candidate alignment. Her experience at XYZ company is relevant as well, as she managed job boards and held other responsibilities needed to effectively source candidates. While this is a more traditional HR position, and there isn't too much of a need for this on-brand resume, it could serve as a nice touch from an employer branding perspective. While this is a more traditional HR position, and there isn't too much of a need for this on-brand resume, it could serve as a nice touch from an employer branding perspective. Leave a comment down below telling me if you do this for HR resume, or if you prefer the standard black text on white resume for a corporate HR position. I'd love to hear what you think. The next two positions she sent to me are both at Ashley Furniture. She is applying to a field recruiter position and a leadership and professional development instructor position, and while these roles and resumes are similar in nature, they both have their differences. Let's take a peek. First, let's look at the field recruiter position. This position focuses on sourcing, building talent pools, and managing the full cycle recruitment process for managerial and individual contributor roles in operations and office settings. Key responsibilities include leveraging technology for sourcing, maintaining talent pipelines, conducting interviews, facilitating selection processes, and ensuring a smooth candidate experience. The role also emphasizes tracking recruitment metrics, improving hiring efficiency, and staying updated on labor market trends. To align with this position, we should emphasize sourcing strategies, talent pipeline development, recruitment metrics, and stakeholder management. Here's how we can adapt her original resume. In her experience as a part-time recruiter, instead of saying, identified, attracted, and hired quality candidates and built ongoing talent pipelines using social media, job boards, LinkedIn Recruiter, and on-campus recruitment strategies, she could say, developed and maintained strategic talent pipelines for high-volume roles, utilizing social media sourcing, job boards, and direct outreach to reduce time to fill by X%. Since this role focuses on time to fill, cost per hire, and quality of hire, we should highlight past recruitment success metrics. For example, she could say she reduced average time to fill from 54.4 days to 30 days through proactive sourcing and optimized recruitment workflows. This position also emphasizes stakeholder management and ensuring a strong candidate experience. To showcase this, we can include bullets that say something similar to managed end-to-end candidate experience, ensuring seamless onboarding and high candidate satisfaction scores, or maybe even partnered with hiring managers to assess talent needs and implement tailored recruiting strategies, improving stakeholder satisfaction by X%. We can also do the same for her leadership and professional development instructor position. This role focuses on facilitating leadership and professional development programs for associates and leaders across the organization. This position involves delivering training in various formats, assessing learning outcomes, managing training logistics, and partnering with internal and external stakeholders to enhance curriculum and ensure alignment with business goals. The role also requires expertise in adult learning theory, instructional methods, and leadership competencies, making it essential for someone with strong facilitation skills, leadership experience, and a strategic mindset. To align the resume with this position, we should highlight facilitation expertise, leadership development, curriculum management, and training effectiveness measurement. Some recommendations I would make to these bullets might be something like highlighting experience in employee training sessions, onboarding processes, and utilizing adult learning principles. Since this role requires evaluating training effectiveness, I would recommend including measurable outcomes as well. For example, if she was responsible for any leadership workshops in her current position, she could say something like, designed and delivered leadership workshops, increasing team engagement scores by X% and improving managerial effectiveness as measured by post-training surveys. If she has any experience with learning management systems, blended learning or assessment tools, I would recommend highlighting those as well. Experience with DISC assessments or 360-degree feedback would be great to showcase as well. Something like, utilize DISC assessments to tailor leadership coaching programs, enhancing self-awareness and communication skills among new managers, would be a great addition. Showcasing how she works with senior leadership would be a helpful addition as well, especially since this role requires shareholder collaboration. Since this role includes managing training logistics, I would also recommend mentioning any experience she has with scheduling, material preparation, and event coordination, if applicable. And that's how you tailor a resume to fit different roles while keeping the core experience intact. Whether you're pivoting from HR to user experience, marketing, or recruiting, the key is to highlight transferable skills and use industry-specific language. Let me know in the comments which of these resumes you the most, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more career and HR tips. I'm thinking about opening up this service to my subscribers, so leave a comment down below letting me know if you'd be interested in a service like this, graphic design and all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.